I'm Sherry Hohertz. I'm the Access Services Librarian, and in this video we're going to look at some library resources that we have available for finding company and industry information. To get started, open your browser and point it to the main UDallas website. From the main UDallas webpage, we're going to click on the library link at the top, and we'll go to the Subject Guides tab here on the main library webpage. Subject guides are resources that are put together by the librarians based on different topics. For this video, we're going to click on business, and you will see that there are several subject guides that we've compiled on business. For this video, let's look at company and industry information. We have just a basic introduction, specialized databases, general databases, books, journals, and internet resources. I'm going to click on the Specialized Databases tab. And the first database that we're going to look at is LexisNexis Academic. LexisNexis contains much information on news. It indexes about 3,500 newspapers from around the world. Legal information, U.S. and state cases. It includes things like major law reviews, the entire U.S. tax code. We're going to use the database for company information today. You can search by the company name or by ticker symbol. LexisNexis is updated every 30 seconds. So you will see that the information that you get is up to date. It's up to the minute information. From this main screen, we'll get basic information, their address, phone, contact information, an industry classification, a business description, and then over here we'll get stock quotes up to the minute, again, every 30 seconds. A brief snapshot of yearly financial data, top executives, and if you click on their names, you'll get their biographies, legal counsel, and auditors. Then over on the left menu bar, you'll get much more in-depth information. Current news about the company, again, those executives and their biographies, a company hierarchy, major brands, and then key competitors. That's a big piece of information there. Their competitors are also hot links, so you may click on the name of the company and get the same information on the competitors. The news about the company is broken down into major newspapers, legal publications, etc. You may also narrow it by topic if you only want to look at marketing and product information, legal news, corporate structure news, etc., or by region. So if you want to see what's being said about the company that you're researching in, say, Asia or the Middle East. Under financial data, you'll get a brief overview. This is the last 3 years of financial data that has been reported to the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission. So you'll get assets, liabilities, an income statement, cash flow information, and then ratio analysis at the bottom. And then again, the balance sheets for the last 3 years. Also under financial data, you'll get mergers and acquisitions information, any analyst reports that have been published about your company. Here are all the recent SEC filings, executive compensation, proxy statements, etc. Zacks investment research reports, and then any other reports that are contained within the database on your company. Legal information, here are recent cases that have been filed with your company, either being the plaintiff or the defendant, and then any directory information that's contained about your company. Finally, intellectual property, patents, trademarks, and copyrights that are owned by this company. Okay. At the top, I'm going to click on the Company tab. From here, I have find a company, create a company list, or compare companies. The comparison is very helpful when you're doing financial analysis. You may enter up to 5 different companies, competitors, and it will do a side-by-side comparison of your company and up to 5 other competitors. So you'll get a financial comparison, assets, liabilities, income statements, ratios analysis, etc. You may download any of the tables that are available in LexisNexis by clicking on the download table link there. This will open it in Excel and you can manipulate the data any way necessary. Okay. I'm going to go back to my subject guide. And from here, we're going to look at Mergent Online. Again, from here, you can do a search by company name, by ticker symbol. And then from here, again, basic company information, the history of the company, a business description, any property that is owned, long-term debt, capital stock, etc., executives, and then their compensation if it's available, the company financial data, again, up to, this one has 5 years of company financial data, SEC filings that are available, news about the company, competitors, and report builder. So from the report builder, you can select different aspects of the company that you want to include in your report. You may click on that, select it, and then move it over each time. Okay. All right. So that's how you're going to find the majority of your company information. For industry information, we're going to look at Standard & Poor's Net Advantage. Standard & Poor's, you can also find company data within Standard & Poor's. It's not necessarily going to be as current or as in-depth as the company data that you'll find in LexisNexis or in Mergent. One of the nice things that you will find in S&P is their industry surveys. And that's going to be right here on your right side. There's a pull-down menu for you to select the specific industry that you would like to look at. And from here, you're going to get so much industry information, the current environment of the company, an industry profile, industry trends and projections, how the industry operates, ratios and statistics, and how to analyze a software company. So what are the factors that you're looking at when you're analyzing a company that's contained within this industry? You'll also get a comparative company analysis, so the major players within your particular industry that you've selected, revenues, balance sheets, profit ratios, etc. This entire report is available as the HTML, which we're looking at now, or you may download the entire report as a PDF. Okay. You'll also find sub-industry reviews. So if you want to narrow that down even further, there's a larger list of sub-industries that you may click on and get additional information. Okay. All right. So I'm going to X out of there. The next database that we're going to look at for industry information is at the bottom. It's First Research. First Research contains over 900 industry segment reports. You can search by keyword or by industry code. Here's my computer software industry report. And from here, I'm going to get an industry overview, the quarterly update, a forecast, critical issues that are within this industry, challenges, trends and projections, industry opportunities, an executive insight, so that's commentary on the industry, financial information, and related information. So you can read all of this here online, the full, anytime that there is a question mark, you may hover over that and it's going to give you a definition of that information. Okay, again, First Research contains over 900 industry segments. All right, back at the subject guide, on the main tab is my contact information. Here's my phone number, my email. You can certainly send me an email or call me. I'm in my office Monday through Friday from 9 to 6. If I'm at my desk, this chat button will turn green. You may use that and we can do a real-time chat for help with finding company and industry information. I hope this video has given you some basic information about finding company and industry information. If you have questions, feel free to contact me.